Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's so weird to say that. I always told myself that I would never be the kind of person that I say welcome back to my channel, but actually it comes so naturally because of all the videos you see online obviously, and you keep repeating that out of habit, I guess. Thank you so much for watching another of my videos. My channel is very new, so obviously if you subscribe it would mean so much to me, but also no pressure. So today I wanted to talk to you about one of the next DIY/renovation projects that I have on my mind, which is the landing staircase renovation. At the moment, it is looking a bit meh. It's not very nice. It's not nice at all, actually. The carpet is awful. The paintwork is dated and damaged. You can see on the trim and door frame that it's been painted over and over again.
Oh dear, that's not good. I feel the need to say the F word now.
Those who haven't seen my first video, I kind of explained a bit how we bought the first house, where we are, and what is the current kind of status of the renovation. Basically, the previous owners have been living there for like 35 years. It's a retired couple, and throughout the house, I'm starting to realizing that during those 30 years, they have done a lot of DIY on a budget, and it doesn't always kind of age very well. So for the landing and for this episode specifically, I'm going to take you through the before footage so you can see how the space is now. After that, we're gonna go into how I get inspiration, where I get it from, and also how you can create your own mood board ahead of starting a DIY project to make sure that you stay on top of things, that you know where you're heading to. You can just use that as a kind of support when you go shopping for the space or when you are in the middle of the process, just to remind yourself of the end goal, basically. At the end of the video, we're also going to go through the next steps for this specific renovation, because I think it's probably going to take a few chapters, a few episodes, let's say, because I don't think I'll manage to do the whole thing in a weekend or a week. It's probably going to take me a few weeks, alongside the other, obviously, renovation and upcycling that I'm gonna film. So it's gonna all work together, but you're not gonna see before after in one episode, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's get into it and let's start with the before footage. So this is a view from the hallway. The stairs are just in front, in the center, so the carpet obviously has to go. The floor will need to be upgraded at some point. But if we take a look at the stairwell, so the wall, I'm not sure you can see from here, but the paintwork is really damaged. There's a lot of marks. The handrail was white and is dirty. I've tried to clean it, it doesn't work. The carpet is blue and old. There's a lot of cracks around the stairs as well that I need to fix. And when you are in the landing, that's how it is at the moment. So we need to paint the walls, fix the cracks, paint the handrail, paint the balustrade. The carpet on the landing, I'm not sure what to do yet. I think I'll keep it for now until I finish the painting, at least protect the floorboard. It runs across all of the first floor, except in the bathroom and the guest room, where I actually removed the carpet and we have amazing wooden floor. But for insulation, I'm not sure it's good. So that's what it looks like. Obviously we have a series of doors, we have a nice window with some light coming in, so it's quite good because we know landing tend to be quite dark, and with the light color I'm opting for, I think it's going to work perfectly. And then the balustrade will be painted black, but I'll show you the mood board anyway. That's the plan for now. Okay, so now you have seen the space, you've seen the amount of work that is required. So we can now go into where to get inspiration from and how to create your own mood board. So for this, I'm going to go on my laptop and I will do a screen recording for you guys. And the first place that I'd like to show you is obviously Pinterest. I'm sure most of you will be familiar with it. It's an amazing platform for inspiration of all kind, really. Like I use it from gift ideas ideas, wedding inspiration, renovations, pot recipes, anything, literally anything. My favorite thing is definitely for inspiration for the house, because I can really easily find ideas and put a plan together, basically. I also, of course, absolutely love Instagram, where you can save things super easily. But when it comes to the create your mood board later down the line, you have to kind of save the image on Instagram, send it to your laptop, add it onto the mood board. It's a bit less straightforward rather than Pinterest. I like that you can save, everything gets saved in the board, and you have everything in one place. So when I can get the Instagram content onto Pinterest, I usually do that. But for this specific renovation, I couldn't find many examples of exactly what I wanted on Pinterest. So I have examples from Instagram that I have sent to my laptop. So you'll see that when we start the mood board. The other thing you can do, obviously, if you go out or if you go on holiday, don't hesitate to take pictures in hotels and restaurants to get inspiration. There's often so many details that you can still get inspiration from those kind of places, because I put so much kind of care and attention to the details. So 100%, when I go to London, when I go on holiday, there's always some kind of details and touch that I get inspiration from, and I would recommend that you do the same, because that's when everything will come together and will be unique, because you got inspiration from a lot of different places. But for those who haven't been across Pinterest before, I'll do a screen recording to show you how I usually kind of find inspiration, save it, and then how we can translate that into a mood board. So this is my Pinterest board. It's public, so you can go and check it out. But you can basically create Pinterest boards for any subject really, but I like to do it by interior project. So the one we're going to look at today is landing and staircase, just right there. So if you click in there, it's basically going to create mini mood boards for you in a way. You can organize them in different sections by just clicking on the organize button just right there. So if we click on one of those boards, it's basically going to open up all the pictures that you saved for that section. So for example, the staircase one, it's where I saved all the pictures where I really liked specifically what the staircase treatment was. But obviously you can create as many different sections as you want for as many subjects as you want. So let's click on one of the pictures. You can see the author there, you can follow them, you can go to the source, you can save that image in another board, another section, just by clicking here, and you select basically one of your boards. And yeah, you can add notes, you can comment. If you go below, you have a section called More Like This. And basically it's Pinterest pushing content that has similar kind of tags. They have similar tags, so that they're most likely going to fall into that section, and maybe you will find something that you like. I really like that section. You also have kind of like keywords that are related to that, if you don't have inspiration on how to find more images like that. So I usually just click on that and then scroll down and find similar image that I could potentially save. If we just go back then onto the board, you also have that button More Ideas there, which has the same function really. It's been a bit less successful for me, because I find that often the keywords are a bit more generic. So here you can see it's more about staircase rather than the specific like black staircase with runner that I was looking for. So yeah, it's still useful I think for some things. And again, once you have your pins here, you can also, just if you were going back, so I wanted to go back into my board, so landing and staircase, and then I'm going to show you within another section, so trims and doors. That's where I saved all the inspiration that I liked specifically for the trim and doors. And if you scroll down, you have another section again, find some ideas for this section. It's another kind of way for Pinterest to push other content that they think you might like. So I quite like scrolling in there as well, and usually I always find something like that would work. So for example, this, I'm looking at doing paneling with a different color tone on the wall. So I would click and then I would basically save into a board. So home decor or a specific project, so landing and staircase, that's the main board, and then into the section I save. And it will stay there. So it's very, very useful. And you can find definitely an inspiration for anything. Another thing is that you can also add your own pin. So if you found something on Instagram or another website, a hotel, a photo from your holiday, you can click on the plus and add a pin. So that will basically save it into the section or the board you're into. So we now have a clear overview of the style we want to go for, and that's super important. Now that we got our Pinterest board ready, we can translate that into a mood board, just so we have everything in one place, a clear plan, and you can use that as a support when you go shopping for the project, or when you are kind of, coming back into the project to make sure that you're kind of keeping track of the end goal, or if you are hesitating between two decisions while you're in the process as well, that can be useful to refer back to what you thought initially was the right thing. That being said, it can evolve. Like, how many times have I changed my mind in the middle of a project? Of course, that's completely fine. But I still feel like it's an important step just to make sure that you have a collected idea. I don't know if I can say that.
No.
But, a kind of overall idea of what you want to do. And to create a mood board, you can definitely use a lot of different platforms. I use Canva, or sometimes I use Pages if I'm a bit lazy and I don't mind if it doesn't look very pretty. But Canva is amazing because it gives you a lot of free content for anything really: invitation, logos, YouTube, thumbnails, Etsy banners, Facebook banners, everything. And you can also get color palettes, mood boards. Really, you need to explore this website because I absolutely love it. So I do my mood boards on there. Same again, I'll do a screen recording so I can take you with me and we can go through the different steps on how I create my mood boards. So here we are in Canva, my favorite website. So if you go in the toolbar, you can look for mood board. It will basically give you loads of templates. Most of them are free. However, there is a few that are from the premium version. So you will spot the little gold crown with a pro on the side. This means it's part of the premium content. If it doesn't have the crown, it means it's free, so you can use it however you like. So you have all these different categories and filters on the side if you want a different style, a specific color, anything, and then you just scroll and look for something that you like. So I have actually already created my mood board for the staircase and landing, so we can go through it together, but I also wanted to show you where you get the template from. So if we go into the board I've already created for the staircase, so once you are in your mood board, you can still find the template on the sidebar just right here. So if you want to switch template or have a page that use a different template, you can find them all there. But I like to start with an overview of the project, and then I go into different sections, a bit like they've done in the Pinterest. So this one is about the staircase. I like neutrals. I want maybe black stairs, a runner, some kind of beige and white tone. I have a section for the landing. This is probably more focused on the color of the walls, the trim, the paneling, so I really like that. And also the black on the balustrade on the landing. As you can see here, I think it works really well with the trim in another color. Then we have the decor, so it's more like specific things I liked in picture. It's not the picture as a whole. So here, for example, I really like the wallpaper. Here I like the decor with the mirror. I liked shelves and the lighting. I really like the handrail. So it's different things. I've also done a slide on paint colors. So the one I'm going to use that I have already bought, they're on here. So I'm going for white on the wall, a skimming stone from Parenbo on the paneling, and a black, sort of charcoal black, actually it's not correct, so I'm doing that quickly, a charcoal black for the stairs. And yes, you can change all the colors here. I think it's quite user friendly, so have a try and don't hesitate to play around before making your final version. So here I just put pictures of the before, just as a reminder of, where we come from. So as you can see, it's really dull. The paintwork is old. I don't really like the carpet either. I'm also thinking about maybe having wallpaper just on that wall, like a accent wall kind of thing, but it's still undecided. So we're gonna work on that. Hopefully it's gonna come together nicely, but I think it's really important to have, you know, a mood board somewhere, however you want to make it, but it gives you a plan of action, as I said. Okay, so now that we have a clear vision for the project, we can get into the next steps. I'm not gonna list down all the mini steps, but overall what we need to do is obviously the prep, which is the most important and the most time consuming. So prep the walls, sand the door frames, remove the skirting board, tape, etc, etc. Once that is done, we can start the painting process. So I'll start with the ceiling, then the top part of the wall, and then a second tone. Install the paneling if we're doing paneling. We're gonna have to repair the stairs, paint the stairs, install the stair runner, paint the door frames and the skirting board, and then the decoration, which is the fun bit. So hopefully it goes to plan. It gives you an overview of what this renovation project is going to look like. You can kind of learn together at the same time. It's probably going to be a lot of mistakes, but that's how we learn. So I'm going to wrap up that video for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any other question, if there's a subject you struggle with before starting a DIY project or renovation, or just if you have advice before I kick off this project. I'm always after good advice, so please don't hesitate. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!